NHL Tonight Studios, John and Barry, guys.
Thank you, guys. Coming up on the NHL Tonight, the Phoenix Coyotes are howling mad after losing two of their superstars to injury. We have the video. The Avs try to keep it going while Patrick Roy heals at home. Also, an update on the World All-Star starters. We'll have the latest results, and we'll tell you who will be coaching the NHL Tonight right here, right now.
I love those new glasses.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. John Buccigross, Barry Melrose, who will be coaching one of the legend teams on All-Star Weekend, but you don't know which team.
I don't know which team, I don't know which players, but that doesn't really matter when you're a good coach.
We'll find out in the coming days.
Don't get rid of that look too quick. That was a good look for you.
All right. The Colorado Avalanche are in Vancouver to play the Canucks, but Patrick Roy is not. Roy remains in Colorado, where he is trying to get his sprained knee better. He's not expected back until January the 4th when the Avs host Montreal. So it is Craig Billington in net for Colorado. He beat the Flames Sunday night, just Colorado's second win in 8 tries. They've been struggling, so have the Canucks. Plenty of fights, and Barry, watch this Scott Parker right hand, boom!
Well, Parker wants to be the next NHL undisputed heavyweight, and he's well on his way. He outpointed Richer right here. A couple middleweights going at it, Deadmarsh and the Islander player McCabe, ex-Islander player McCabe, and I got to give that to Deadmarsh. So 2 up for the Avalanche, and right here another super heavyweight belt. Belak and McAllister, these guys played junior together in Saskatoon, so penalty box shot. That's a standard penalty box shot after a lot of fights.
Power play. Claude Lemieux has been on the point for Colorado. This is a pass to Peter Forsberg. Forsberg's 10th Avalanche lead 1-0. Same score, Vancouver power play. Harry York, genuflexion scores. We're tied at 1. That's York's 4th. He's been playing well for Vancouver because of injuries. He's on the first line now. Second period, 1-1. Scatcherd, great play by Eric Messier. 2 Messiers in this game, Barry, and another fight.
All right, here we got Russell going right here with Staios from Vancouver. This was a very hotly contested game. A lot of fights, a lot of physical play. Russell ends up in the bottom, but this was a good scrap, all of them were.
Still 1-1, off wing knee. Valerie Kamensky, nothing but net. 2-1, Colorado takes the lead as Colorado has won their last 2 road games. They lead this one 2-1. Vancouver 3-1-1 in their last 5 at home. They've been horrible on the road. How about this Peter Forsberg stat? Colorado is 24-0-7 when he scores a goal for the team. 5 fighting majors, 5 misconducts in the first period alone. Game 2 since the Jacques Lemaire hiring. Watch this. Montreal, they're up 1-0. Delayed penalty on the Canadiens. Of course, Edmonton pulls their goalie. Yanni Niedema passes back to where he thinks there's someone else. There's not. Give Mark Recchi the goal. They put it in their own net. 2-0 Montreal. Now it's 2-1 Montreal. Joseph Baranek is going to beat Jeff Hackett. 9th of the year for Baranek. Edmonton back in it. Second period, Montreal 4-2, and Mark Recchi, driver 8, take a break. He earns that one, and Montreal wins 5-2. Recchi 2 goals, a helper. Montreal's 4th straight win in Edmonton. Just Montreal's 3rd road win of the season. Edmonton now 2-8-2 in their last 12. They continue to flounder as they're 0-4 on the power play in this one. 1 for 41 on the power play in the last 9 games. So first goal for Recchi, Barry, in 19 games. Koivu and Danfoss also have not been playing well. Jacques Lemaire is now in the fold. Can anybody turn around the situation in Montreal?
Well, it depends how many times they can play Edmonton. This Edmonton team, I don't know what's happened to them. They were playing so well at the start of the year. We're one of the best teams in the NHL, and they've fallen off the face of the earth. Montreal, meanwhile, has got 2 wins in a row now. Recchi's starting to score. This team scored a lot of goals last year. They're basically the same lineup. Koivu's a great player. Danfoss a great player. They've got some talent up front. They got some good defensemen that can move the puck, and they're solid net. So this team could turn it around. I don't know if they're good enough to climb back into the standings. I got to think something's going to happen in Montreal, either a trade or something else. Montreal doesn't stand for being out of the playoffs anytime during the season, much less at this time. So I think something will happen in Montreal, a shake-up. Lemaire was a good hiring. He gives them instant stability, instant respect. He likes that job. He had that job before with Montreal before he went to New Jersey. So Montreal's starting to do some things, but I got to think they're going to shake something up there.
Brian Savage still out. Scott Thornton as well. They've been ravaged by injuries, and I don't think Jacques Lemaire wants to go behind the bench.
No, he doesn't. He's smart. Stay where you are, Jacques. You don't want to go behind that bench.
Doesn't want that pressure in that city. Well, the Phoenix Coyotes are coming down to earth. 3-4-1 in their last 8, and for the next week or so, they could come crashing down to the planet. Their entire first line of Tkachuk, Roenick, and Drake, the special K line, is out for a while. We begin with Tkachuk, who has a broken rib, suffered in Monday's game to the Kings. This Matthias Nordstrom cross-check is the reason why he's supposed to be out 3 weeks. Jeremy Roenick, hurt in the same game. He suffered a concussion after this seemingly harmless check from Doug Barger. Roenick will sit out at least a week. And Dallas Drake, retaliating on that hit, picked up a 4-game suspension, which puts him out of action for 9 more days because of that charge on Doug Barger. Well, with their power play at 12.1%, the Carolina Hurricanes have looked to 37-year-old Paul Coffey for a wake-up call. They acquire him for Nelson Emerson. In the last 124 games he has played in the league, Coffey has scored 11 goals, just 2 on the power play. He makes $2.5 million, Emerson $1.3 million, so some economics also involved. Of course, you cannot dispute his greatness. Among all players, Paul Coffey, 5th all-time in assists per game. He is 6 assists away from becoming the 2nd player with 1,200 career helpers. With 1,477 career points, Coffey trails Mario Lemieux for 6th all-time. I am a rock, I am an islander. New York in Florida, taking on the worst team in the league, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And can Jacques Lemaire save the Canadiens? Al Morganti reports on that nugget in his corner. A report that is coming up after these.
No, I never intended to be a sex symbol. I never really wanted to sort of get into the point of pushing that particular aspect of myself, because I thought of myself as a serious musician and I didn't want to be a stripper. But then in the end, I turned out to be one. Just another girl on the runway.
Good day, Bob and Doug McKenzie in the Great White North. We was doing some extreme skiing, eh?
Yeah, we got extremely tired, so we decided to call it a day.
2 days, eh?
Now I'm kind of extremely parched.
Hey, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Hey, it's Hosehead.
Rescued by Molson Ice on a mountainside.
Molson Ice, an adventure in every beer.
Geez, I can't feel my extremities, eh? Oh, well, let's suck foam.
Izzy, this cold. I'm so stuffed up. Feels like I'm underwater, too. The sneezing and coughing can last all night. My eyes won't shut either. I need NyQuil for relief so I can rest. Because I have plans in the morning. What? I can't say.
With NyQuil, he gets relief, so he'll sleep and wake up to a good morning.
Don't look.
NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, so you can rest and have a good morning medicine.
It knows 2 speeds. Stop and go. It just beat a series of the toughest stop-and-go driving tests in the world, and it's brand new. Go ahead. Guess. You have 4.3 seconds. Introducing Pennzoil with new Pure Base. Stop. Go. Pennzoil.
NHL Tonight is brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT, the easy way to save.
The Avalanche are 7-1-0 this season when leading after 2. That's the situation in Vancouver, a place they play very well, 8-1-1 in their last 10. Monday, a busy trading day in the NHL. Peter Svoboda goes from Philly to Tampa in exchange for Carl Dykhouse, which means the Flyers get everything back from the Chris Gratton acquisition except the $9 million they gave to Chris Gratton. And Enrico Ciccone goes to Washington from Tampa Bay for future considerations. More stuff. Andrei Trefilov goes from Chicago to Calgary. We'll have his Calgary debut coming up in the show. Andy Moog has been named the Atlanta Thrasher goaltending consultant, and Boston recalls not the Cam they wanted to ultimately, but Cam Mann comes from Providence to try to give the Bruins some scoring punch. If the Colorado Avalanche are not going to sign Sandis Ozolinsh, they owe it to the player, their fans, and the fans of good players to trade him. Every team would love to have the offensive defenseman, but you have to look at the teams with money and most likely Eastern Conference teams. That combination would seem to fit the defenseman-deprived Flyers to a T. who have Richardson and Zubris and Alexander Daig to dangle. The trade deadline March 23rd. For more NHL news, here's Al Morganti. The New York Rangers are in the midst of a 4-game road trip which could determine their chances at long-term success this season. And one of their keys to that success is the play of their other center, Petr Nedved. Nedved began the trip with 2 goals and 2 assists in a big win at Carolina against the Hurricanes. What Nedved is supposed to do is take some of the pressure off Wayne Gretzky's line to provide all the offense. The biggest question about Nedved was how his 1.5-year sabbatical because of a contract squabble would affect his play. Nedved's contract with the Rangers calls for up to $18.5 million over 5 years, but all they really care about right now is his play this season. Nedved started out strong, but as many expected, he struggled because of that long layoff. But the game against Carolina could have been a breakthrough as the Rangers head for Phoenix, Colorado, and St. Louis. Nedved's presence doesn't mean the Rangers are out of the bidding for Vancouver's Pavel Bure. What it does mean, if they don't get Bure, their season won't be down the drain. The Florida Panthers finally stuck their head over the .500 level, but they're looking to make some changes. One of those changes, well, they're taking a look at New York Islanders defenseman Scott Lachance. Lachance was benched for a couple of games, then suddenly in the lineup against Florida. Could have been a case of showcasing Lachance for the Panthers. In the meantime, in Florida, the bigger worry may be veteran defenseman Ed Jovanovski. He continues to make rookie mistakes. The problem here, he didn't make those mistakes when he was a rookie, but has made plenty of them since. In the meantime, the New York Islanders have an ace in the hole that's not even in their lineup if they want to make a big trade. The goaltender for Team Canada at the World Junior Championship, kid named Roberto Luongo, a shutout in his first game, beats Finland in his second game. He'll be the guy a lot of teams looking for to make a big trade with the Islanders. If the Montreal Canadiens had wanted to pour gasoline on a season already engulfed in flames, they couldn't have done a better job than what they did this past week when they hired Jacques Lemaire as an assistant to general manager Ray Jean-Houle. The media and fans already screaming that Lemaire probably should be the GM, not the assistant, and that's going to continue all season. If Lemaire does get that job by the end of the season, and that's a good bet, you can also bet on the fact that he'll be looking for a goaltender, and he'll be looking toward Toronto at Felix Potvin. The Tampa Bay Lightning have had enough crisis this season to last most teams a decade. Well, they're just another one down there in Tampa. This time, Coach Jacques Lemaire, also the general manager, in an argument with Stephane Richer, their veteran, who didn't want to play because of a sore left ankle. Turns out Richer admits he could play in some pain. They made up, but he says here, Richer on the trade block, and if anybody takes him, he'll be out of Tampa real fast. In the corner, I'm Al Morganti. We have an NHL All-Star Game voting update. He dominates on the ice. How is he doing in the voting booth? And who's crazier than Nicolas Cage in Raising Arizona? Maybe the fans of Phoenix. We profile them on the NHL Tonight coming up.
Oh, no. Not an offer for another credit card.
We've never gotten one like this.
What is it, made of gold?
Better. This one's a First USA Platinum Visa card.
Uh-huh, at a platinum price. I mean, how much are they talking about? $300, $400 a year just for the privilege?
It's free. No annual fee.
What kind of interest?
Fixed introductory rate is 3.9% APR. Oh, that's the lowest I remember seeing. Maybe we should switch.
To apply for your First USA Platinum Visa card, call this number now. You don't have to be wealthy, just responsible. Having one is a credit to the way you manage your finances, so don't wait. Apply by phone today. Save now and save when the rate goes to a still low fixed 12.99% APR.
Imagine us with a First USA Platinum Visa card. We deserve it.
They're giving us credit for our good credit.
How about some credit for my good idea?
Alex, click on this and check out what's going to be sitting in my living room once I win the ESPN Big Monday Sweepstakes presented by Bud Light.
Brad, who you kidding? We both know I've got the 411 on college hoops. That bad boy's going to be sitting in my living room.
Just plan to watch the Big Monday games with the man and bring your notebook because you're going to get schooled.
Bring it on.
The ESPN Big Monday Sweepstakes presented by Bud Light. Just log on to ESPN.com. Predict who will win each of the Big Monday college hoops games and you could win big. Enter now.
He's the best goalie in the world, and he has the most votes for the World All-Star team. Hasek, 19-5-5, 1.72 goals against, 7 shutouts. You can go on and on and on. The other leaders by position, Fedorov a slight lead over Forsberg. Jágr and Solani have commanding leads. They appear to be a lock. Looks like a Red Wing pair on the blue line for Lidstrom and Krupp. And Barry, as far as coaching, they're rough around the edges, aren't they?
Well, I'm so glad Lindy Ruff was coaching the European team because Lindy played like that. He was a very finesse player, moved the puck very well, very quick on his feet. Lindy Ruff was a fighter and a tough guy. Ken Hitchcock's coaching the North American team, and this is his 3rd straight year. So 2 coaches have done a great job this year.
Islanders and Lightning. There are 6 teams in the NHL in last place. Here are 2 of them. Picking up Marcel Cousineau, his first NHL game this year for the Islanders. 22nd goalie ever to suit it up. He stops David Wilkie, former Canadian first-round pick. Stephane Richer, a former Canadian second-round pick. And Rob Zamner, a former Ranger third-round pick. Easy as 1, 2, 3. The Yeller goalie, Bill Ranford. No win since October the 23rd. Trevor Linden had 6 shots. He led all players, both of those saved. Ziggy had 5 chances. Billy closes the 5-hole, had the stick on the ice to stop.
Puck night, puck night.
Ring, ding, or puck, you make the call. Vincent Lecavalier surfing the net. What a sweet goal, his 6th.com. 1-0 means. Claude Lapointe, look out, boom. It's Mike McBain, the young 21-year-old defenseman. He gets a 5-minute major here, Barry.
Turning point in the game, 1-0 at the time. The Islanders had control of it. I think what happened, McBain got cut. But again, Lapointe leaves his feet. Anytime you leave your feet and jump, you're going to get a penalty. And with the injury to McBain, I think that created the 5-minute major penalty. Turning point in the game, as I said, because John, take it away.
Ensuing power play, Darcy Tucker, the great block on the Linden Clear. Over to Corey Cross, and McCarthy tips it in. 2-0 Ning.
Oh, Billy.
No shutout since December 19th of 96. Robert Reichel, he tried to go 5-hole. Billy quick to the ice on this night. Selovanov. Phil Esposito's son-in-law makes it 3-0 Tampa, his 5th of the year. Billy Ranford. The Islanders 0-16-1 coming in when the other team scores first, making it 0-15-1, so now they're 0-16-1 when the other team scores first. Tampa breaks a 9-game home losing streak. 15th career shutout for Ranford. Tampa, remember, they were 6-6-2 after 14 games. Since then, 3-17-1. Very tough year for Bill Ranford. He's been accused of faking an injury. Of course, he won the Conn Smythe during the 90 Cup Finals. We hear a lot of people talk highly of Billy Ranford. Career-wise, he's 28 games below 500. Is he a bit maybe overrated?
I really don't know what's happened to Billy Ranford. I thought he was a great goaltender. I thought when he was with Edmonton, he was fantastic. He's a competitor. He plays hard every night. And tonight, he was a difference. When your team struggles like the Lightning, the goaltender has to win a game for you, and that's what happened tonight. The Islanders, all the best players got chances. You saw Ziggy Palffy with a breakaway. You saw Trevor Linden with a point-blank shot. Trevor gets another shot from the slot here. That's how Billy Ranford used to play. He used to be aggressive. He used to be confident. He used to make big saves at key times. Wendell makes a great play here across the Selovanov, which basically put the game out of reach. And then Billy finished the game with a couple more good saves. And again, Linden makes a great play to Reichel. So all the right guys for the Islanders got the chances, and Billy Ranford looked like the old Billy Ranford. So if this team is going to get out of the basement, if this team is going to start climbing, guys like Billy Ranford, Pupa, Wendell, Clark have to start playing the way they did. Is he overrated? Today he probably is overrated. But I would take a flyer on him because he has shown at one time he was a great, great goaltender.
All right, 67 days since his last victory. And also Marcel Cousineau.
That was like my coaching record.
Marcel Cousineau's first start this year for the Islanders. Jerry Desjardins made the first ever start for the Islanders. Did
Good
you know
goaltender,
that?
yes he was.
All right, moving on. Tonight's question.
I know all trivia.
Well, here's one right here. Do you know this one? Which 2 coaches hold the NHL record for consecutive All-Star games coached? We mentioned Hitch. Who has the 2 records here? We'll tell you after these.
America Online introduces new version 4.0.
There has never been a better time to get online.
The easiest just got easier.
Instant messages.
I can customize my email.
My niece sent me a picture.
If you have a phone line, you can be online.
It's the easiest way to keep up with old friends.
Everyone I know is on it.
We've spent over $1 billion to create a state-of-the-art high-speed network, and with 56K, connections are faster than ever.
It's the ultimate local guide.
New 4.0, check it out. It's my connection to the world.
America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
Many people think the job of goal judge is simple, but actually it's quite complicated. When I see the puck go in the net, I punch this button. And the red light goes on.
We mentioned Hitchcock coaching his 3rd straight All-Star game. The record is 5 by Glenn Sader and Toe Blake. Bowman, Arbor, and Shiro coached in 4 straight. Barry Melrose coached in 1. Remember that game?
1 straight.
Lost 9-8. Excellent defensive coaching. Let's talk about the Flyers and the Flames. Very tired group of Flyers. Early in the first, Philly looking to strike early. Lindros, Zelepukin, but Trefilov with the rob. Roger Nielsen looking on. Later in the first, Flames already up 1-0. Phil Housley to Theron Fleury. He'll beat Hexy. 2-0 Flames, Barry.
Calgary usually wins when Theo Fleury scores. Great play here. You're going to see his best chance on the play comes in. He usually doesn't miss that. The puck goes around, and right here, Housley was playing great for Calgary this year. Goes over to Theo. Hexy had to go side to side, didn't get over in time. Puck went between his legs. Great goal by Theo Fleury.
Good Phil Housley news there. Not so good Phil Housley news here. Knocked off by Zubris, who feeds Forbes. Beats Trefilov. It's a 2-1 hockey game. Late second, 3-1 Calgary. They're looking fine. Midway through the game, Lindros trying to get Philly back into it. Trefilov denies him twice, Barry.
Looked like he was sharp there. He was square to the puck. Puck comes around the wall here. Lindros got hit a number of times tonight. Weimer was playing head-to-head against him, as he does with most big centers. And Eric had to leave the ice and didn't come back. He's got a head injury.
That's Dykhouse with a cheekbone. That's right. Lindros left with a mild concussion, they say. And as we mentioned, there was Dykhouse with the broken cheekbone. Second period, Flyers pull within 3-2 off that center ice blast from McGillis. Looked like Jose Offerman there. Did Trefilov with the glove. Goalie. Meanwhile, Trefilov comes back big, however. Excellent save to keep Calgary. He robs Keith Jones, Bear.
Here's a rob right here. Comes right out in front. He's got to go side to side. Jones wires it. It's not like he found right in the glove.
We go to overtime. Valery Zelepukin, wrist shot. Swish. 3 of his 4 goals this season have been game winners. Toe Blake always said the best shots that you see are ones you don't hear. Didn't hear that one. Pure wrist shot. Flyers unbeaten in 9. They're playing well, 5-0-4. Haven't lost to a Western Conference team, 7-0-3. Phillies NHL high 12th overtime game. They're 2-1-9. The NHL continues to expand into non-traditional hockey markets. Atlanta, Nashville, Columbus, places that have supported minor league teams at minor league prices. Phoenix would also qualify as a non-traditional hockey town, and its survival, as well as the other towns mentioned, depends largely on the passion of the fans, how emotional, how unique, how wonderfully wacky they are. In Phoenix, the wacky potential has been fulfilled.
Sets it up for Tkachuk in front. Tkachuk on the line, he
scores! Oh yeah, you can't miss those guys skating around.
Well, Terry, the guy sits next to me, during the very first season was the first one to wear one. And originally I thought it was a medical condition. And the longer I know the man, I'm convinced it is. But I started to wear one so not everybody would stare at him. And the fungus began to grow, and it's a great family. Everybody here is hockey fans.
Get out of the way, fathead!
Jeez, get a ticket, Koharski. It's easy. Hockey's just a different game. Everybody's crazy. It's wild. Coming over. That C stand for chicken. The guys bring it out in you. The fans are different. I don't want to crack on the other sports, but it's a lot livelier crowd. No real explanation other than some therapy can't cure. Come on, Todd! What are you looking at, boy? Punch him in the head! You know, you check your personality at the door and unveil what you really are when you walk in. Thanksgiving night we played the Devils in overtime. Went to overtime. Chuck had 2 goals, went to overtime, and I knew at the time that Devils were coming off a great year, and they hadn't lost an overtime game in like 20 previous. Chuck got a hat trick during overtime, and being the well-dressed individuals we were, I had a turkey strapped to my helmet. And we had to do the proper thing and launch our headwear. And one of the Devils was not real tickled with that, and he smashed it right there on the ice. So that's when I knew we'd really made our mark.
Blackhawks are cheaters.
Well, got to go easy on them, man. They're having a tough year, huh? A few of us have gotten together and we sponsored T-shirts. We've done some T-shirts that we've funded the money for and sold, and every dime of it goes to charity. And first 2 seasons, we've done one on Chris King and one on Keith Tkachuk, and we've raised almost $15,000 for Goals for Kids. Can your husband take a hit? Come on! Get off the ice. You had your finger out of your nose when you got hit. It wouldn't hurt. Come on! We'd like to send this to Barry Melrose. We noticed after the game here the other night after Edmonton, he recognized us as a couple of good-looking men. And I'd like to present that to Barry for his taste in hockey fans.
I would never wear anything like that on TV. Think I'm nuts?
It's amazing that helmet fits, because you have one of the largest heads in TV.
Fits good, too. It's actually just like I used to wear. But those fans are great fans in Phoenix. If you ever go to a game, they all sit together. They talk like that. It's not an act. They say stuff like that all game long, and that's why Phoenix is starting to climb in the standings, because of the fans. It's not because of the players.
That helmet has traveled a long way.
It's a nice helmet. It's a nice helmet. This will stay in the Hall of Fame right here.
Barry Melrose, helmet head trainee. A proud moment. Todd Harvey is confident he will play for the Rangers Wednesday on ESPN2. Of course, there'll be no Tkachuk, no Roenick, no Drake. But there will be a game, and there will be helmet heads.
Yes, there will be. They're there all the time.
Baby!
There's a medical emergency, but no hospital. What do you do? Build one. Leadership. Learn it now in the Army Reserve. Use it now in your career.
How do you stop a rhino from charging? How?
Travel with Joseph Van Ass Photo Safari to Kenya's land of the Maasai.
How do you stop a rhino from charging?
And you'll see a culture and a wildlife like no other on earth.
How do you stop a rhino from charging?
But bring your Visa card.
How do you stop a rhino from charging? Give it an American Express card.
Because this photo safari doesn't take American Express.
Wait till they hear this in Nairobi.
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Well, I'm really psyched when I get on the stage. As soon as I walk out there, I'm like, my brain is buzzing and adrenaline is flashing into my system. And what you want to do is you want to check out what's going on in the audience and check out what's going on behind you in the band and looking around you and seeing, oh, this audience is really hot, or they look really bored. Okay, there's a little knot of people there interesting. What are they wearing? And then this guy gets out this piece of cardboard with a sign and he stacks out in front of him and it says, "You suck."
How do you get this equipment to these troops when there's a river between them? Build a bridge. Problem solving. You need it now in college. Learn it now in the Army Reserve.
A great tradition reborn on ESPN2. Friday Night Fights. This week, start off the new year with a Muhammad Ali retrospective. Friday Night Fights. Friday at 8 on ESPN2.
Our third Hansen, Dinas Zubris, a goal and a helper. Philly wins 4-3 in OT. Barry, who's the second Hansen?
Where will this guy end up? Mark Recchi, Montreal's best player, scored 2 goals tonight in a Montreal win, which he needed desperately. Excellent player, played in Kamloops as a junior.
And our first Hansen, Tampa's Bill Ranford, first shutout of the year. He shuts out the Islanders. Avalanche lead the Canucks 2-1 in the third. Forsberg has a goal, as you can see here. Colorado 8-1-1 in their last 10 games in Vancouver. NHL tonight, Wednesday, following the Ranger-Coyote game. Tkachuk looks to rebound from his dismal performance against New Jersey. The Mighty Ducks and Maple Leafs play, and what's wrong with the Wings? We forgot our foil.
Yeah, we don't have the foil.
So when you fought, did you wear the helmet over your entire face?
I got the helmet down as low as it could. Cover much of your face with the helmet as possible. That's a good rule of fighting.
For everyone at the NHL tonight, Gordy.